Evercade Effect.
Welcome, fellow Evercadians and retro enthusiasts. You are watching the Evercade Effect, and this is Retro Conditioning. And today, I am going to do my review on the Technos Arcade Collection.
We call upon the power of Double Dragon. Billy and Jimmy lead in their Double Dragon cruiser battle Shadow Master on his Shadow Raven.
Fire! Right over, Shadow Master.
Double Dragon. Figures and vehicles sold separately.
Yes, I'm going to go ahead and review all 8 games. I have some mixed feelings about it now. This is the pack-in that you do get when you do buy the VS. So those of you who are going to get the VS, you are going to automatically have this! Unless you don't plan on getting the VS and just using it on the handheld. But yeah, you'll have to stick to the end to get my overall thoughts and find out which games I like the most and which games are kind of meh. But I do love the Japanese influence on video games, and in this collection it's clear. So let's go ahead, let's power on the VS, and we'll go to the review! Alrighty, we're starting off with Battle Lane Volume 5. I'm not really sure why we didn't get Battle Lane Volumes 1 through 4, or if this is just an arbitrary version of it. Who knows, right? But anyways, the concept of this game is pretty cool. You start off here, the motorcycle, and you've got to kill other people in vehicles. Now, the one thing right off the bat that I can tell you that I don't like is that your shots are white and the road is yellow, which makes them almost impossible to see. Maybe standing up on an actual arcade machine would be much better, but you can't really see your shots. So there, I went ahead and I did pick up missiles, which are persistent through death, which is nice, and you want those for taking out the bigger vehicles. Otherwise, all these other vehicles can be just taken out with their normal bullets. And if it's not obvious at this point, this is a one-shot, a one-hit death! But I want to say you probably kill most things in one shot, so it goes ahead and it balances out. I have not gotten very far in this game. As you can see, it is pretty difficult. When you do get to the end, you get out of your off your motorbike, and you have to fight this firing squad type thing. That's pretty difficult. I want to say overall, this game is really fun. Just casually, I'll fire a missile, and I died. But I was saying overall, this game is very fun. Casually, and I know this did appear in my top 10, which will be changing from every now and then. But there's just something that keeps me wanting to go back to playing this game again, even though it's very freaking challenging. Okay, now it's time for us to play Blockout. So this game, I'm sure, is going to be liked by many out there. I guess we'll do a warm up. I'm just not one of them. Okay. This whole intro and everything is very super cool and it gets you sucked in, but for me, I mean, I don't know. I just have a trouble with just the placement of space and where things go. It's not at all anything like Tetris, and I think that's what I was expecting. So yeah, this is just such a strange game, because here we have it all like in 3D, which I think is just really cool. But then again, like I was saying, I'm just like really into Tetris. So yeah, I want to say that if you like Tetris but in a weird 3D way, you may really end up liking this game. I'm just not a huge fan of it. Admittedly, I haven't spent a lot of time with it because it just hasn't sucked me in. I would rather just play Tetris or any other version, or any other 2D kind of version game, just a 3D version of this. It's not my cup of tea, but hey, if you like it, that's totally cool. Alrighty, it's time for us to play some Double D2. Wow, this beginning is so violent. I totally, it does not hold up. Totally not appropriate. But let's talk about the game itself. So initially, I had mixed feelings when I did first play this cart and go through playing this game. I really didn't enjoy this. I'm gonna be totally honest. I don't know what it was. Maybe it was just the control scheme. It's weird that you have a jump button. I'm really used to the NES version that has like total nostalgia vibes and everything. But I've given it a chance recently and played through this game a few times more. And I gotta say, I really enjoy this version of Double Dragon 2. Now, it's extremely short compared to the console version. Spoiler alert. When you do fight your clone self, which is the boss, yeah, that's it. That's the game. It's short, but it's sweet. So if you really just want to beat him up, and what I mean by that is if you just want a game where you don't have to do a lot of platforming, you just want to, you just want to go out there and just beat up your enemies, this is awesome. The console version for the NES, yeah, there's like a lot of jumping and all that other stuff in the later levels and spikes, things you have to dodge, which is fun but also an annoyance. But don't forget too, you get those unlimited credits. So I really love that. It's a quick and easy game. You can go ahead and probably beat it in like 30 minutes or less. But if you just want to just pop in, just have some just fun. We need more games like this on the Evercade. I'll just hold my thoughts and opinions when I get to the Double Dragon 3. I will say overall, it's extremely disappointing we don't have the first one. I know there's been talk on the forums, Discord about the whole thing with about the performance and all that running on the VS. I honestly think all of us would forgive it. Just give us the arcade version of the Double Dragon 1 to complete the series. I really, really, really want to play it now. Excellent game. Love this. Even better with a buddy. Not more needs to be said about Double Dragon 2. Do I have to review it? Alright. Alright guys, my producer's saying I have to. So, let's get into Double Dragon 3, even though I really, really don't want to. Well, it wouldn't be a review even if I do have to cover the games that I think are horrible. So, and I'm just going to flat out say that. You're going to see that the animation is choppy. It's not the recording. Yeah, you got your kick and your punch button. So just look at the... it's not like Double Dragon 2, which you just saw that you would go ahead and kick in the opposite direction, and I got my jump, and just look at the choppiness and the artwork. This is just horrible. You can go into a shop, and you can spend credits and get real power-ups. So it was like the exposure to, kind of like the first pay-to-win, like back in the day, right? And I remember being appalled by this when I saw this. Like, really? I was putting quarters to get stuff. That never used to be the case. And I did play through this game, but I can honestly say it just wasn't fun. This does not feel like Double Dragon at all. It just feels like a bad version of Double Dragon. Just from the choppiness, just to the way that you kick, the animation. I think even with a buddy, this game wouldn't be fun. So yeah, again, it's really disappointing that we get this instead of Double Dragon 1. Not much more I'm going to say about this game. If you want to play through it once, sure, but there's really not much fun to be had, and this version of Double Dragon is just, it's god-awful. Nothing else needs to be said. Alright, Mania Challenge. So, at the time of me playing this game at firmware 2.01, on the VS at least, they haven't fixed some issues with being knocked out of the ring and doing special moves. So I really haven't played this game that much, and so it's difficult for me to give my thoughts on it and whatnot, because it's not cool getting kicked out of the ring and not being able to get back in. I will say that you cannot play this on the handheld because it's in a vertical mode. So yeah, this game it looks like it would be a lot of fun, but again, because there's some issues that Blaze is working on and fixing. It's hard for me to give my full honest opinion. When I played this game, I have had fun until then I did get kicked out of the ring, and then when I got kicked out of the ring, I didn't play this game again. So yeah, my advice on this would be to hold out. Once the Evercade VS does get updated, I believe the next version of 2.02 or whatever update comes out for it. At the time we're recording this video, this isn't there. There will be some fun to have, but until then, I really can't say too much about this game. Alright, time to put in some credits and play Minky Monkey. So, this game is cool, and it's very challenging at the same time. So, again, one of those games that because it's vertical, it can't play on the handheld, but awesome on the VS. Maybe that's why it's packed in. So what you gotta do is you gotta complete the Monkey's challenges. So it starts off really easy, right? Gotta get up, grab one of them. If you do get 5 failures, you lose a life. If the monkey gets you, you lose a life. If you fall down from the pit, you lose a life. And pretty much your one button is just jump. You can pick up this type of drink that makes you temporarily invincible to kill the monkey. But later on, so yeah, there it is. If I can get it, I don't know if I can. Let's see if it'll let me. So this is one of those games. It's definitely a quarter muncher. So yeah, I should be able to get him now. Oh, come here, you. Yep, I got him. And what I mean by that is it starts off so easy. Like the first level or so, it is super fun, and it isn't too challenging to get you sucked in. Then I think I've gotten to around level 13. And when you get that far in the game, it is freaking hard. Because the monkey is super fast. the levels just get crazy. I mean, yeah, it's a quarter muncher, so it's going to be those sodas there that you get. They're not nearly as plentiful. So for me, this game, it's fun to go in, play, maybe beat a couple levels, and then come back and then play it again. It's not something that I would sit down to play for hours at a time, but I think it's great. It's very unique. It's freaking fantastic. But this is here on the Evercade, and because you do have save states after each level, you can go back. If there weren't save states in this game, then I would say that it would be impossible. Now, what is neat, though, I should mention, is that this is not a single-screen game. It does keep changing, so you'll see this level is very, very different than the other previous levels. But just to show you... Oh, did I die? No. If you fall too far, you can die. Let me see if I can... Yep, and he can throw stuff at you. See, now I can't die on purpose. If you fall down there, you die. But yeah, this game is totally great. It's one of the reasons that I love the Evercade. Never heard about it before playing this game. Found it through Discovery, and this game is highly recommended. Just don't go be playing it for in long bursts of driving yourself crazy. All right, let's get into some mysterious stones. So, this game is clearly based off Indiana Jones, which I think is great. And this is one of those games that totally belongs on the Evercade. I mean, it's just freaking weird. You have a gun, the other button you kick, and you gotta pick up these stones, and all that. And I will say that it is definitely... Where are you going? It is definitely challenging. So, I do have mixed feelings about this game, because it does take a little while to figure out how to play it. I may need to do a get good. But essentially, you want to go through here, you want to kick these things around, you don't want them to come back, you can shoot your weapon to destroy things, and then you gotta, shoot these guys, and then once you uncover all the treasure, the rooms open up, and you can go to the next one. And so this is one of those games, I never even heard of this before playing this here on the Evercade. Another great game to find through Discovery, and another game that does make this collection worth it. Doesn't make it just worth it alone, no, but oh wow, everything is burning around me. But yeah, this game is just so bizarre and so unique. I'm definitely going to be spending a lot more time. I've sunk quite a bit of time in it, opened up other doors, gone into other rooms, those type of things. This one is totally worth the time investment. It's just one of those games that's just really out there, and it is fun as it is frustrating. And I do give this game a double thumbs up. Let me know down in the comments below if you would like me to do a get good and do more in-depth info on it. And if you have played this game, yeah, let me know. Definitely like to hear about it. But it's for sure one of the top games here on this collection. Alright, let's get into playing some Combatribes. Insert some coins. So, this might be my favorite game on the cart. This is just your awesome, typical arcade beat-em-up with nice big sprites, and this is just so much fun to play. The only thing that's a little odd is you don't jump. Each character has their own special ability. There we go, like your double chuck, this guy is a flying knee. Really my big issue with this game is that the ROM that they picked, it's the 3-player version. Meaning that if you're playing this on the handheld, well, guess what? The character that I am, you can never pick any other character. You will always be able to only be this character because you have to physically plug in another controller. Which just gets really annoying because in most fighting games when you die, you can select another character. In this, you'd have to physically move it over, hit continues. Really, really big inconvenience. But other than that, this game is just so much fun. It's a great beat 'em up. You can squash enemies' heads. When they're down, you can jump on them. You can swing them around. You can pick up a lot of objects. There's clowns that you fight. Yeah, I think this might be my favorite game on the cart. It really captures the arcade experience for me even more than the Double Dragons. And if you just want to kind of have a chill afternoon and just be able to sit down and beat a game. I think this one's like maybe 30, 45 minutes or so. This is just a lot of fun, even more fun with buddies. So yeah, I wish we just had the version of the ROM. There is a version of the ROM where you can select your player. See, I keep pressing all the buttons, I can't select anyone else. Fun fact I'll say about that real quick. When I did go ahead and do my previous Get Good video on Lock and Chase, I had forgotten that I had this plugged into controller port 2 so I could try one of the other characters. And when I fired up this game, I initially panicked. That something was wrong with my Evercade VS. Nope, just a user issue. I didn't have it plugged into the right port. So yeah, This game alone makes the collection worth it. I've gone through, I've completed this game, a couple times. It's just so much fun. The uniqueness of it, nothing more to be said. Other than, yeah, it'd be great someday to be able to do a couch co-op with 3 people. So yeah, let's go ahead and let's flip back up, and I will give you my final thoughts on this collection. So, is this collection a Technos or a Technot? It's a Technos, of course. Yes, I love this collection. I highly recommend it for playing on the VS. I can't recommend it playing on the handheld because I want to say half of the games you really need to be able to play that on a vertical screen or a big enough screen. It's just too small in the VS. And the Combatribes, which is one of the best games, you're going to be locked into playing that one character. And so I think that's why it does come with the VS. It was designed that way. My other biggest criticism or feedback that's very disappointing, Blaze, if you're watching this, Sean, Ryan, we want to have the Double Dragon 1 arcade game unlocked.
No, I want one of those.
Yes, we know about all the slowdowns, blah, blah, blah. None of us cares. We just want to play it for nostalgia in the ecosystem to complete the collection. So please, you need to do a future update and include it. So if we put in both versions of Technos, it unlocks it. Or just unlock it some other way since the the Technos one is going away. I don't care, but I would love to have the Double Dragon 1 in there. So yeah, definitely worth your time. Excellent collection, some cool games. Can't be happy with every game in the collection. And I just want to thank the community for all your support. About half of you who watch my videos, which I really appreciate. I need you to hit the sub button down below and subscribe! Oh, that would really help me out and grow the channel. We do everything Evercade related! Latest news, latest cool things, and we're almost at 300 subs. Why is that significant? Well, when we get to 300 subs, I'm going to do a raffle, I'm going to do a giveaway, you're going to need to pick one of these, and then 400, we're going to give away another one, and then 500, the last one. These are just extra copies from when I got my Evercade replaced a while back. You can see that's why I have 2 white Evercades, one of them is broken. Had to do something with it. Who knows, maybe I'll do a crazy, weird crow repair video in the future. And yeah, just want to thank you all for watching my videos and support. And I want you to comment below and tell me, how do you feel about these games? How do you feel about this collection? Do you want Double Dragon 1? I need to know. I would love your feedback. And always, well, I created content. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye!